From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett and the Morning Brew.
A lot of my best friends have been asking about Ashley Westcott and the Arizona Peaches. We know that they traveled down to Florence this past weekend and participated in the Battle of the Bands, one of 3 bands invited for the Road to Country Thunder. And so to talk about it, I have Ashley Westcott with the Arizona Peaches on the phone this Tuesday. How you doing, Ashley?
Hi, best friends. I'm doing good.
Good. So the competition was Saturday. Go ahead and walk us through what it was like walking into that competition, the stage, and just everything that went on Saturday.
Yeah, so we got there, and the stage was great. It was huge. The weather wasn't great. It was kind of cold, like up here in the mountains. There was tons of people, and they had a dance floor, and yeah, great sound system, and they had sign language interpreters, and it was really cool.
That's cool. Is that the biggest stage you've performed on so far?
It is the second biggest. I performed at Yavapai College in Prescott in front of for a cowboy poetry gathering.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Did anything wild or unexpected happen backstage or during the performance?
Yes, actually. It's funny you should mention that. So the weather was great for the first band, and it was great for the third band. We were in the middle, and as soon as we started singing Wildflowers and Wild Horses, that part where it goes, in the eye of a hurricane, it started like blowing, and it was sprinkling, and it was pretty much blowing so hard. The rest of our set, about half of our set, we were just holding on to our hats, and our hair was blown in our face. But we didn't skip a beat, we just did it. We did really great.
What were the final results?
Well, we didn't win, but, I thought we did great. We played our A game, and Tater Hogginson's won. And I would almost be mad, but, he's a great guy. He's super nice, and I'm not mad that he won. I'm really happy for him. He did great.
That's awesome. Even though you guys didn't win, what do you guys take away from this whole experience?
That we could do it. Like, we were great. I actually thought the band after us would win, and they didn't win. It was the first band. So It was interesting, but, I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
I think we held our own really, really well.
Heck yeah, I'm super proud of you guys as well. What's next for Ashley Westcott and the Arizona Peaches?
We play at Honda April 29th through May 3rd, and we also play at the Den next weekend.
All right, you have a lot of chances to catch Ashley Westcott and the Arizona Peaches here on the White Mountains. Let's check in with Janine Ford with our sister stations, Magic 101.7 and iTalk 106.7. Janine, you over there?
Yeah, of course I am.
Hey. Any news we should know about?
Oh, news. Yes, there's one thing that is, I think, pretty huge for the White Mountains today. Kind of interesting. I got a news tip, that all I heard was everyone should listen to President Trump's press conference today. About midday, he usually has a press conference.
Okay.
There's something he's going to talk about. A lot of people probably know what it might be. The things that he's talking about today, midday, in his press conference that directly affect us here in the White Mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, for news on the White Mountain. And I actually have a news story for you that is scaring me to death, Janine.
It is.
I read the story about the return of the dire wolf, this wolf that had been extinct for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
They were able to take stuff from its teeth and bones and then make babies.
Yeah, they had a tooth from one that was a zillion years ago, and then a skull from another one a zillion years ago. I mean, they basically died out around 12,500 years ago. And so they took from the tooth and from a skull, and they made puppies. And you remember Dolly, the sheep that, was cloned. Well, now this is the world's first successfully de-extincted animal cloning. They're calling it de-extincted. An animal that is extinct cloning. So, yeah, Colossal Biosciences did it, and you can read all about it in there. They're hidden away. There's two brothers. I heard there were 3 puppies, a female and 2 males, and that they had named the female Khaleesi. I'm not sure, but I know that the 2 males, they're talking about they're hidden in an undisclosed secret location, 20 acres, somewhere in North America. So there you go.
I don't know if I'm just a fuddy-duddy or a wimp, but this kind of scares me. Maybe because I watched a lot of Jurassic Park growing up and I know where this can head. But how do you feel about it? I feel like this shouldn't happen.
I know, it's kind of creepy. It's pretty creepy. And the dire wolf is a subspecies kind of related to the Mexican gray wolf, which now ranchers are having huge problems with. It was all in the news that now part of New Mexico has declared a state of emergency because the gray wolf, they're killing so many animals and so many cattle, and ranchers are petrified. And because, see, the thing about wolves, when you reintroduce them, they don't have any predators problems, and they're massive killers, and they don't even eat most of the things they kill. Down in the Blue, there's somebody running cattle down there that they have like about 250 head, and word is they've lost almost 50 already. And they run them to death is what they do. They'll run horses and cattle to death and just leave them lay there. It's part of the chase and the game for them. And of course, up in Alaska and other parts, like in Yellowstone, now they're trying to hunt them, and they hunt them like coyotes because they're so prolific and reproduce so rapidly, but they're massive killers. Ooh. And so that's kind of scary. And now let's add the dire wolf, which is 30% bigger than the Mexican gray wolf. But I don't know. It's an exciting thought, but it's also scary at the same time. And I'm with you.
Please do not bring back the T-Rex.
Yeah, or bring back the grizzly in our area. We used to have grizzly in the White Mountains, and let's not do that.
All right.
That'll become really bad. Yeah.
Well, Janine, why don't we come back and share some good news stories on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday?
Let's do it.
Janine, it is now time for some good news on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday. You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, check out this good news stories. A 49-year-old Paralympic gold medalist, Melanie Barrett, became the first blind woman to swim across the English Channel, and she crushed it in 12 hours and 20 minutes, beating her expected time by nearly 2 hours. She was born nearly blind, but swimming gave her confidence after years of feeling isolated, and she first found her love for the water through the British blind sport and went on to win 5 Paralympic medals before retiring. And now she's a special needs assistant and a mom. She turned to the open water swimming and trained with the help of her husband, who guided her via his kayak and bone-conducting headphones. And she called this channel swim the Everest of swimming, and hopes her story inspires others to take on their own challenges.
Aww,
isn't that awesome?
That. Very motivational.
Yes, a little motivation on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday, and just an incredible reminder of strength and spirit. Pretty awesome.
I love it.
All right, Janine, it is now time for your good news story.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Now, I kind of like this one because this is what's really weird. I solve a ton of problems in my dreams. I'll be sleeping and it comes to me and I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do. I mean, literally I work out stuff all the time in my dreams. And this guy in Washington, D.C., he was going through a really rough stretch. Okay, bad stretch. Then he has this dream. It was all going to be okay, and he was going to become a millionaire, and he thought that was weird because he's like, I don't do anything to become a millionaire. So for that day, he just thought, I'll just buy one lottery ticket. He buys it, and he got $1 million.
Oh, my gosh, that is awesome.
And it came to him in his dreams. Just kind of a weird little one, right? And there's also a group of frat guys at the University of Southern Mississippi. They reunited a woman with her lost dog 5 years after he went missing. He's a tiny Yorkie named Kingston. He disappeared 300 miles away after Hurricane Laura in 2020. Okay. Oh. The president of the school's Kappa Sigma chapter says Kingston just showed up on their porch last week. So they got his microchip scanned and tracked down the owner. She never thought she'd see him again. So their reunion was on Friday. Yeah, he was probably living with the next door neighbor that was hiding him out.
Oh, no.
Like I don't know.
Maybe the dog showed up for Pledge Week.
There you go. Exactly. Perfect. Very perfect. Yes.
All right. That was some good news on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday. Janine, thanks so much for having fun with us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Have a great one.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Today is Talk About Something Good Tuesday, and on the phone, we have my friend Jason with the Mountain Pines Little League to talk about something good happening this Saturday. It is opening day for Mountain Pines Little League. Jason, tell the Mountain a little bit about what to expect this Saturday at Mountain Pines for opening day.
Hi, Chris. It's opening day baseball. We're super excited. It's finally here. We're going to have food trucks out there, games for the kids, face painting, vendors, all that good stuff. And then Chris Bennett's going to be out there hosting for us, and that should be a good time. He always brings the energy and a lot of baseball.
Yeah, it's a huge honor to be invited to MC the opening day for Mountain Pines Little League. Little League was one of my best memories growing up, and I was there last year, and it was a lot of fun. You said people could start showing up at 10:30, and there's going to be food trucks, a bunch of different vendors, and also we'll have some giveaways, and the fire trucks will be there as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so it should be a blast for everybody. So everybody's welcome to come and enjoy the day, make a day of it.
Heck yeah, and then there's also going to be games going on after the opening day ceremonies as well.
Yes, we're going to have T-ball starting at 1 o'clock, and then in the evening we're going to have the older divisions start playing some baseball and get the season on the roll.
All right, let's play ball this Saturday. It's opening day for Mountain Pines Little League. And where is opening day going to be?
It's going to be at Mountain Meadows Park off of Woodland Road in Lakeside.
All right, there we go. We're going to be right back with Jason coming up next. It is Talk About Something Good Tuesday, and we are talking to Jason with Mountain Pines Little League about their opening day happening this Saturday at 10:30 at, what's the park?
Mountain Meadows Park off of Woodland Road down in Lakeside.
That's right. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you some Little League questions. You're very obviously heavily involved in Little League. What's your favorite part about Little League?
Just helping the kids and helping the community and watch these kids grow as baseball players and young athletes. And it always feels good to do something good for them. And we've been working really hard to do this.
That's awesome. And what do you have a best Little League memory?
Yes, it would have been my first hit I got in Little League. That feeling you get, it's like, wow, I did it.
Yeah, I remember mine would probably be when I was 10 or 11, and the pitch went by the catcher, and I went and stole home, and we won. Oh, my gosh. It was one of the highlights of my short sports career. And last question for you, Jason. If you could give your 10-year-old self one tip before stepping up to play at opening day, what would it be?
Just keep working hard, and everything will come to you. You'll be patient. You'll be good.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Be patient and have fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Have fun. Enjoy.
Absolutely.
Enjoy that. Enjoy the game. It's gonna pass by fast, so enjoy it.
You know it. All right, everyone, come on out to opening day. I'm going to be hosting and emceeing the day's festivities, playing some great music. There's going to be vendors, food trucks, raffles, games, and giveaways, along with fire trucks are going to be there. Opening ceremonies start at 11:30, and the opening games start at 12:30. It's going to be at Mountain Meadow Park this Saturday. And come out and support Mountain Pines Little League, as they say, play ball. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Good morning. It's the Morning Brew with Chris. Who's this?
Good morning, best friend. It is Sharon.
Sharon! Holy moly, Sharon, what do we owe the honor of your call today?
Well, it is Talk About Something Good Tuesday, right?
Yep.
So I wanted to talk about the Darren Reed Foundation and the First Responders Scholarship and let everybody know that by getting donations from the community and the things that we do all year round, we were able to award 9 students with over $20,000 in scholarships for the foundation, or from the foundation.
Heck yeah, that's amazing news. And those are scholarships to students here right on the White Mountains, right?
Money stays right here on the White Mountains. We do some incredible stuff. We help out families in need. We give money to the first responders when they need to help someone along the way, like Darren Reed would give tires. So if the police or fire or whoever finds someone in need, they can have money readily available to them. So this foundation 100% gives back to the community. And so it's never too late. Anybody that wants to make a donation, they're more than welcome to. And let's just keep this going. This is a legacy that he
wanted to see this community come together and help each other out.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for calling in and talking good about a great local nonprofit, the Darren Reed Foundation, right here on the White Mountains. We love you, best friend. Have a great day.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.